new satellite images appear to show increased Russian military deployment on 3 fronts around Ukraine as invasion concerns continue to mount. Although Russia has continued any plans to attack Ukraine, there are about 130,000 troops now stationed near the Ukrainian border.
Britain said the most dangerous moment in the West standoff with Moscow appeared imminent, as Russia held military exercises in Belarus and the Black Sea following the build-up of its forces near Ukraine. Tensions remained high, with Ukraine also staging war games, but leaders on all sides signaled they hoped diplomacy could still prevail.
President Joe Biden has no plans to send troops into Ukraine to rescue U.S. citizens in the event of a Russian invasion, saying Americans and Russians shooting at each other would amount to a world war. "We're dealing with one of the largest armies in the world. It's a very different situation and things could go crazy quickly," Biden said.
Chancellor Olaf Scholz warned Russia of serious economic and political consequences should it ramp up military aggression toward Ukraine, while adding that Germany and its allies were ready for dialogue and wanted peace.
U.S. President Joe Biden is in a tough spot as the Iran nuclear talks resume in Vienna, gambling on a successful outcome but facing growing bipartisan concern that even if a deal is reached it may be insufficient to curb Tehran's nuclear program. Tehran improves its capabilities and the end of the talks approach.
In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, all parties Hurriyat Conference appealed to observe a complete shutdown today to pay homage to Muhammad Maqbool Butt on his martyrdom anniversary. Call for the shutdown has also been given by the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front.
In the recent turn of events following the hijab controversy in the Karnataka state of India, the interim orders of a Karnataka court have been challenged in the Supreme Court of India. Reported local media. The High Court on Thursday restricted religious clothes in the educational institutes until it issues a verdict on the petitions seeking to rule out the hijab ban, recently imposed by some schools.
Eddie Gibbs is the first person elected to the New York State Legislature who previously served time in prison, but shortly before his inauguration, he recalled wondering if he could ever shake the stigma of his manslaughter conviction more than 30 years ago.
French virologist, who won a Nobel Prize for his part in discovering the human immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS, has died, French news agency reported.
As per the latest NCOC data, 3,498 new infections were detected during the testing of 58,077 samples conducted overnight. Country's positivity ratio at 6.02% and the number of total cases passed 1.477 million. Meanwhile, COVID-19 claimed 39 more lives during the last 24 hours, after which the nationwide death tally rose to 29,687.
The motorcycle manufacturers in Pakistan are likely to increase their prices again in the near future to mitigate the impact of high costs of production and a weak rupee, industry officials shared.
Defending champions Multan Sultans, with a net run rate of 1.14 on the board, have become the first team to qualify for the playoffs in the ongoing 7th edition of the Pakistan Super League. They are comfortably sitting at the top of the table with 12 points.
The Sun's nearest neighbor may actually host 3 planets, a new study reports. Astronomers have found evidence of a third planet circling Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf star that lies a mere 4.2 light-years from our solar system. The candidate world, known as Proxima d, is estimated to be just 25% as massive as Earth, making it one of the lightest known exoplanets if it ends up being confirmed.